We are live now.
Excellent. Modern technology is such a great thing.
Hello everyone, it's Kate Denning and I'm here with Shay de Montfort today. And we'll just wait for a few people to come on, and what we'll be doing today, we'll be doing some readings, and I'm just going to ask Shay a few questions and she'll let us know all about herself and what she does. So I'm here in her beautiful backyard at the moment in Pimpama, and we've known you for a few years now.
Too many to admit.
I can't even
We're
remember.
we're too young to have known each
Yes.
other.
I can't remember where we actually... I remember I had a reading with you at the Easter Showground.
Yeah.
Yeah, My Body Spirit. So that would have
I
been...
think I might have met you at a ritual ceremony before that. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a while. She's probably one of these... Oh, I think I may have stalked her, actually, after the show The One. And that was back in... That was on TV, 2008.
Yes, it was 12 years ago now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Kate.
But that was so good. Tell me, how did you actually get onto that show?
I kept saying no, I don't want to be on it. That's how I got on it.
Yeah.
I was writing. I was the editor-in-chief of Spellcraft at the time, and was writing in association with Spheres. So they were psychic magazines. And I'd actually gone to Sydney and pitched an idea for a psychic TV show about things that happen in Australia, which was completely different to the one. And Simon Turnbull went, what a good idea, and went and spoke to Channel 7, came back as the one completely different. And I said, well, that's not what I want to do, I don't want to do that, I'll just send you people.
So Simon Turnbull, he was
Yeah.
the one that started, what is it? It's now International Psychic Directory, is it?
Oh, Leela actually started the psychic.
Oh, Leela did?
Yeah, and Simon took it over. It's beautiful. Simon has passed away. Really, Simon was a lovely fella. Simon's, very briefly,
Oh, can everyone hear us too? If you can't hear us, just let us know.
give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Say hi, let us know where you're from.
We get little love hearts if you love it or like it. They come across the screen, so we'll know. Yeah, but Simon was fled America because he was actually a descendant of Rasputin, right? And the American government, same as me, offered him a job psychic spying, and he refused, like I refused, and he ended up homeless on the streets in Australia as a teenager.
Psychic spying?
Yeah. So
What's that involve?
oh, it's a thing. Like every government has its psychic spies.
Is that like that? I'm going to sound really silly blonde here, but like the goat thing.
Yes, exactly. Actually, that movie is realer than what you think, and it says it at the start. But the guy, Skip, in that, or Skipper as they call him, is the guy that offered both Simon and I a job. Skip Appleton.
Oh!
So he ran the program. It was called Project Jedi in the movie, but in real life it's called Project Stargate. It's another movie title.
So this is actually where they used people to spy on other countries using their psychic abilities.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Yes, Uri Geller did a big runaway. I remember Uri Geller was really popular on TV, and then Mossad wanted him to do psychic spying for them, and he agreed on the condition that it never be used to harm people. And after they used information that he gave them to bomb civilians, he disappeared for ages. And he was also a very good friend of Simon's, and Uri and I actually worked together on a movie in Holland. And so he just ran away as well. So, because it's a bit scary that these people, they come across a bit heavy, and it's not a lot of money. It's like, when they offered it to me, it was $10,000 a month, which is not enough to have all of your family as threat, What amount of money would it be?
Oh, that's not much at all, is it?
So Simon was 17 when he was off, and he came to Australia. He lived on the street. He used to go to the Wayside Chapel, and a nun in the Wayside Chapel taught him how to read tarot.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how he learnt to read read tarot at the Wayside Chapel. And then
How funny is that?
yeah, it is. And he learned to play guitar there as well. So after that, Simon started to gather a lovely group of people around him, and he eventually, with leaders prompting, ended up with the Psychic Association of Australia.
Okay, so they're having a little bit of trouble hearing us. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it is a bit
Yeah.
noisy with the ambient noise out here.
So we'll try and speak a little bit louder, but so just let us know if you're having any more trouble.
Yeah. I did have a microphone I could have plugged in.
Maybe if we just move a little bit closer.
Yeah, we'll come closer to you. How's that close?
Oh. Okay. Maybe that might work better.
So can you hear us now?
Yep, let us know how you're
Some
going.
thumbs up if you can hear us. Because thumbs up work better than text on the screen because the text is too small for us to read without our glass.
We've got Karen sitting in the background as usual, writing out notes for me.
Gesturing.
Yeah, letting us know who wants a reading. Also remember to share this and write, what did I say, me please?
Yeah.
So write me please in the comments. Karen's going to write it down and I will draw one at the end, and that person will get a half an hour free reading with me, whether it be at the shop we're getting hearts.
So they must be able to hear us now.
And I think that's Pandora. Hi Pandora. Pandora's on every week. She was going to come out this way today. She's in a wheelchair.
Oh.
And her son is actually at home today, and if he's there he'll take her out. But she's coming up to the shop after, because I said to her this is not a shop, so but yeah, I'll see you later on Pandora.
Yeah, no, I do readings by appointment only.
Yeah.
So yeah, so people come to my home unless I go overseas or go away or do a festival. Yeah. But Pandora, special love to you. Thank you.
And healing too. Pandora needs some healing. There's so many things I want to ask Shay, because I come along to Shay's place on every second Wednesday night. I missed last night because I didn't have the car. And Shay is just a wealth of knowledge. She knows so much. But she does. She just knows so much, and the evenings are really interesting, and we cover so many different. Well, Shay covers so many different things.
But it's not, the evening's not just about me. Anybody that turns up, as you well know, can throw anything in, throw their hat in the ring.
Yeah, sharing.
And then everybody can answer, because with wonderful people like Kate turning up, and many people who do turn up have been my friends and working in the psychic field for many, many, many years. There's such a pool of knowledge there. So what started out as just an evening for my students to practice psychic techniques with each other, it's turned into like an open day where people turn up with questions and they throw them in the ring, and everybody will answer them, and if somebody gets stuck, I'll unstuck them.
And the fortnight before we had all the rains, I wanted to get Shay on earlier, but I couldn't work out how to do it, like from Facebook to Facebook. So I thought needed to come down here and see her. But Shay did a little, now what do you want to call it, incantation?
We did a meditation. See, because
it was a beautiful meditation, and absolutely beautiful, and I wanted Shay to actually share it.
Yeah, I will, absolutely. But let me just explain why it worked so well. Because, we've had people...
And this is really important that you hear this too.
Because we've had people praying for rain, and the question that evening was, if we pray for rain, will it work? And the short answer was no. Because all of these, like prayer is another psychic technique. So you have to know how to pray. And do we do spells? We've had people doing spells for rain for months, and, North American Indians doing rain dances. And I said, okay, so I've held back doing this because, I don't like interfering with the natural cycles of nature, and they are the natural cycles of nature.
But still continue to pray though.
Yeah, but we got into a situation where people were getting hurt. So I showed how people can collectively put their connection together with nature. And no spells or prayers work unless you have a real connection with spirit from here. Right? Just calling out in desperation as a prayer is not magical. You know, that's not going to get a response. What you've got to understand is that you're a part of God, God is a part of you. If you need this, if you really need it, and you have that connection, of course, it's like saying, like if your little toe is hurting, your brain is going to say, pull your foot away, right? But if your little toe is numb, nothing will happen. You stay getting damaged rather than pulling away. So many of us are spiritually numb and disconnected from the rest of the universe. So the most important thing to do with magic or prayer is to get that reconnection. And the reconnection is to actually feel that nature is a part of you and you're a part of nature. That God is a part of you and you are a part of God. Right? That connection is real. And when that connection actually clicks in here, then you can start doing stuff out there. So that meditation was just a little taste of how they can reconnect the disconnect and become part of nature and realise that if you want water out there, then you've got to stop being thirsting for life in here. Because nature reflects what's going on, you know. If we're hungry, thirsty, nature will be a famine and a drought for us. So if all of a sudden we realise that the juices of life are there for us, we can suck the marrow out of life and be nourished all the time because it's happy to give it to us. Then life responds by making sure that we are watered gently with its tears. So, that makes sense, Kate?
Yeah, it
Explain
does.
that well?
I was just thinking about that Indian guy that lives off air alone, and he's just lays in bed all the time too.
Yeah.
But he's just living off that alone
Yeah.
and getting nourished from that. But yeah, I wouldn't go suggesting doing something like that
Breatharian.
anyway.
No, was a Gold Coast girl called Jasmina who was very big on breatharianism. It is good for a period of time, and you can just tap into the universal energy, but we live in a realm of matter. If you were just spirit, then breatharianism works really, really well. But we live in the realm of matter, and the price that we pay for living in the realm of matter is that life must come from life. Right? That's how we know that there is a divine source originally, because life comes from life. So whatever we eat, whether it is plant or animal, we've got to honour that life because it has given its life to sustain us. Yeah, so it's an exchange that we have to stay in the realm of nature. And the people who are breatharian, even though that they do, you know, sustain themselves for quite a while, cannot do it indefinitely. You know, and like you said, quite often they make themselves semi-catatonic or stop living in the realm of matter to do that. Yeah.
And do you really want to do that?
If you're here, you might as well enjoy yourself. That's what it's about. The world is about joy. You know, that's
So
why we're here.
are we still having trouble hearing?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. We'll just have to talk a little bit louder. I don't think we can move much closer, so sorry about that. We're leaning. Okay, so just give us
that a little bit more close. Let me
move the chair a little bit closer.
Yeah, just
Okay.
move your candle. It's letting you closer. It's come closer.
I didn't want it to come too close, so I've got
That's
to.
right. We just have to snuggle it.
I've not been able to put my makeup on today. I thought, it's all going to melt off anyway. I usually
give a big love if Kate is beautiful. Give her a big love and thumbs up.
I usually wouldn't leave the house without my makeup on. Well, Mum used to work for Revlon, so I've been trained like that since I was like 17 years old. So you wouldn't see me leave the house without my makeup on or my hair done.
Look, see, they love you.
No, I'm just getting thumbs up.
Beautiful.
So can you hear us better now?
Yeah. Good.
I hope so.
Yes. There
I
we
can
go.
hear. I can hear someone laughing in the background.
Yeah.
It must be one of the neighbours listening to us.
Yeah.
But
But
I'm not sure how to put the volume down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pass it over here for a tick.
It's funny what you say about makeup, because my nana, who never wore makeup, would say to me, "Oh, you can't go out of the house baldy-eyed." She always used to tell me to put mascara on or eyebrow pencil, because my eyebrows are naturally blonde, so I've dyed them. And she'd say, "Don't go out of the house baldy-eyed." Is that funny?
Oh, I went and had mine tattooed.
Yeah, yeah. I had But they come off. Tattoos don't stay on you for some reason. They just come straight. Like
Oh,
6 weeks and they're off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time they last about 5 years, but
No, mine lasts
not,
about 6
not
weeks.
talking about the beauty thing here. Actually, this ginger beer is really yummy, and we were talking about enjoying life. So, so last night, I wasn't here, but some people couldn't have it because there was ginger in there, and some other people couldn't have it because there was sugar in there. And we were talking about meat the other week too, and how we actually need meat in our diet to sustain our health and be healthy, like to keep healthy.
Now, we're not insulting any vegans.
No,
Please
no.
understand that we love you, right? But we also
And
love...
we support you.
Yes, but
We do.
You're allowed to have any belief system that you like, as long as... See, what happens with most organised religions is they have food taboos, and they have always used food taboos to establish an us and them mentality. And we don't want to isolate ourselves from anybody or make anybody more or less spiritual based on what they eat. Spirituality comes from in here, not from in here.
So it's okay to eat meat.
Yeah, and look, there's lots of talk about the enzymes that are in meat. I've been vegan twice in my life for 4 years, and 2 years at separate brothers. Myself personally, I got so sick. I was with a boyfriend for 2 years who was a vegan and a bodybuilder, and the only way he could sustain that was by injecting himself with B12 and enzymes and all sorts of other things. Right? And, you know, you've got to have a look at what is good and natural for your body and what is, you know, and it's not about what you eat, it's about how you eat it. You know, everything is sacred if you do it in a sacred way, right? And a respectful way.
Yep.
Yeah. We're not
I
talking
mean,
about...
that can be like a whole other conversation too. But, you know, I just think like so long as we support each other and we don't put each other down because of our own beliefs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, you can have your own belief, just don't shoot on anybody else.
Yes.
And because in the end, we have to decide what is good for ourselves. You are the world's expert on you, right? And you will decide what's good for you. No guru, no other person, the internet, Facebook cannot decide that for you. You have to make your own decision. Just don't shoot on everybody around you.
But if you are in this area, so we're in Pimpama, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Shay has a get-together every second Wednesday and have some great conversations, and I learn so much. So, you know, just get onto Shay's page, you can send her a message. I'll put her information up the top of this page if anyone wants to get hold of her. So how did you start in what it is that you do?
I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, right, and went through severe abuse while I was there.
Oh, I had a lady yesterday that came to see me, and she was from her parents were Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
And yeah, the abuse that she caught.
People don't realise it's so abusive. And you know, I was sexually abused. My son was sexually abused during that period of time, and the elders took us to one side and said, "Oh well, if you endure suffering, you know, God loves you. So just be quiet and don't embarrass the organisation." So there's a lot of hidden stuff goes on.
So I hope we don't have any here. I do apologise, but
Yeah.
you know, I heard a horrible story yesterday, and the mother is just so toxic because of the way she's been brought up in this system, and it's been horrible for her.
But what happened was that at the age 12, poltergeist activity started happening around me spontaneously. So there'd be knockings and rappings in the wall, started having dreams that came true, and the Jehovah's Witnesses just went, "You are a witch," and they put me on what they call public reproof, so people weren't allowed to talk to me. So I went from being the good Jehovah's Witness girl who used to get up in front of 5,000 people at their conventions in Lang Park and Milton, and and then all of a sudden, from you can't talk to her because she's having demonic activity around.
So
her.
how many others of you started to experience that around puberty?
Yeah.
Because I was 14
Yes, yeah.
when that type of thing happened.
Yeah.
I was even levitating in bed one night.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah, I
them
had
knocking
that
at the
around.
window.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Because we are programmed for it to be scary. In indigenous societies, if that happened, they would have gone, "Oh my God, we're so lucky we've got one of these in our tribe. Let's
really?
make sure she's trained up so she can protect our tribe." Right? But even like Arabic cultures and things like that, if you have one in the family, it's a blessing. Over here, if
Did you hear that, Mum? I hope you're listening. I was known as Spooky in the family.
Yeah, well, my nickname at school was Witchy Poo. So, me being the researching kind of person I wanted to know what they were on about. So I went to my public library and started to research witchy stuff, poltergeist activity, and it's turned into, like, I just always want to share what I learn. That's why I do the magazines, that's why I write the
Oh,
books.
and I'll go through and we'll show you these too.
Yeah.
I started reading Stephen King novels. at
Yeah,
that age.
when I was at high school, going
That
through
was really
poltergeist,
scary.
It was scary because, like, I never went to my high school dance because the kids who were seeing the poltergeist activity happening in the classroom.
Carrie.
We had a guy, Paul said his dad was a butcher and he could get a bucket of pig's blood and I should come to the dance. I never went. Thank you, Mr. King. Never went to a high school dance because I fit your archetype.
we didn't have that type of thing. We didn't have the year 10 dances. Oh,
Yeah.
we did have one dance at school. I remember that. Yeah, because we had a band that actually started at the school, which was pretty
Yeah.
famous then in the 80s,
Yeah.
70s. Finch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there you go.
have you heard of them?
Yeah, I used to have a music store in Ballina. I used to be right in the music
Oh,
industry.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
they went to Peakhurst High School.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Yeah. So there was something else that was just on the tip of my tongue that I was going to say. Oh, that's so with Simon Turnbull,
Yeah.
you were never a member of the International Psychic Association, though, were you? Because I don't think if you were regarded as a witch, you couldn't join it.
I think they've made that rule now, right? Which is silly, but I've still got a life membership hanging on my wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no. It's, I think a lot of stuff has changed since Simon's death. That Simon would roll over in his grave about.
No, that was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, must have been after. Well, he couldn't, because Simon considered himself a witch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you just had to ask him. He loved talking about it.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we would have, there's the top psychics for Australia and each state, and they would be voted each year. And I haven't been to any of these ceremonies. I'd love to go to one of these dinners.
You know, unfortunately, that voting is controlled by whoever advertises the most.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It is. Unfortunately, it is. But, Lila used to joke about it, like, we're picking this one, because they've paid the most in advertising. So, my dream has always been to bring out a psychic magazine that every year acknowledges somebody who's done something amazing. Like I rang up Simon that year where that lady found the dead bodies in the park while she was looking for a dead child, but it went sideways. And
This is the Magic Magazine.
Yeah.
This is
so,
Shaz.
but I believe that the people who actually do things that contribute to society, and there are lots of psychics that do that every year. I just was moving it because it was going to land on your shoulder. Sorry. That need to be acknowledged. We need to start acknowledging the deed, not glorifying a person. Because look, I get calls from emergency services every now and again for help. And the more that we acknowledge that things have actually worked, because that lady was working with emergency services, she was working with the police when she found those bodies. The more that we get that acknowledged, the more that this is going to go from the realm of woo-woo to being just something that is accepted. Right? And that's what we need to foster out there is, this is, ordinary, extraordinary abilities. It's just somebody with a talent.
And the police have been using psychics for many, many years.
My husband's a police officer. Guess where I met him?
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and they used to call Kenny the psychic police officer. He'd dive in the water and find evidence that was lost for 20 years. He'd find it in 5 minutes. So, yeah, he was always very good at doing that sort of stuff. Talk to the dead bodies as he pulled them out of Sydney Harbour and comfort their spirits all
Oh,
the way
because he
to
was a
hospital.
water rat.
Yes, he was a water police. He was water police, but yeah, they do other things. He was TRG, which is the Tactical Response Group. So any of the tough stuff that had to be done that none of the other police wanted to do, he used to end up putting a sign that picking up bodies out of Sydney Harbour was what he did in his downtime. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
No, I know a
But
couple
he
of
has
water police.
but he has
used to.
Ken has a very strong connection with spirit. To the point where when they come in, he can faint. Sometimes there's a big strong guy. Spirit comes in, gets a bit pushy, and he just goes, look.
Okay, well, let's talk a little. So, Shay is a publisher, and this is her magazine, Magic. So, what type of things would we expect to see in this?
It's about your magical connection with the world around you. So what we're trying to do is the opposite of what Hollywood and the Catholic Church has done. Yeah, which is demonize any of these abilities. And I'm so sorry to hear that the Psychic Association is demonizing witchcraft, because this is the opposite of what we want to work towards. Witchcraft is
It
just...
might have changed, don't get me wrong. It was just something I saw years ago.
Yeah,
And it was years ago.
because witchcraft is the indigenous application of these abilities within a certain framework. But all of the abilities all are the same. Yeah, Kate's our regular contributor. She always does some beautiful articles for us. So, yeah, we love our regular contributors. But anybody can send in an article if they've got something really interesting they want to share. We love photos. We love magical and esoteric artwork. And we love,
and if you've
like
got
that,
pictures
this one.
of ghosts, look at that. Isn't that
That's
beautiful?
from beautiful Robin Joy Blackbird. She's a choreographer. So we just like to support talent, whether it's psychic talent, whether it's magical talent, whether it's artistic talent, whether it's writing talent, where the rest of society is suppressing any information in this area and twisting it and trying to make it spooky and what's that movie that Mel Gibson funds, the series of movies about the poltergeist activity that scares everybody.
Oh, Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, I mean, that's horrible, because it's not like that, you know?
Well, the first one actually scared the life out of me, because we see the Sheets movie and getting pulled off. That's happened to me.
But they only do that if they absolutely can't get your attention any other way, and they're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to give you a spiritual message, you know, when that happens. So 90% of people who are terrified because these things occur is because they've seen something in Hollywood and their first reaction is, oh, I must be afraid. There's a thing called psychocybernetics. If you don't know how to react to something when it happens, you will go with however you've read about it or seen the reaction be before. Right?
And see, now, like, I used to be scared, but now it just absolutely fascinates me. And
Like we went to that Netflix together.
Oh,
Tell them
yes.
about that. That was amazing.
oh, so
And the workmen were terrified to go in there.
oh, yeah, and in a way, it wasn't that bad when we went there. And we got some incredible photos. So I got a phone call from this guy, and anyway, it turned out that this property that he had had a meth lab on it, and the guy had been put into jail, and they were picking up on things that were happening in the house, and they were basically pushed out of the house. And he wanted the house blessed, but wasn't going to pay me any money. But you know, he didn't even turn up. Like, I
He
waited.
was at the gate.
Yeah,
He was down at the gate already.
yeah, he would not even come into the house. He
All
was
the-
too scared.
All the workmen had fled the property because of what was happening there.
We walked around the house.
Yeah.
They still having trouble hearing?
No, I think they're okay now. I think
Oh,
everybody can
okay.
hear.
So can we order the magazine online or the books?
Yes,
you
certainly
can.
Yeah,
Yes.
magic.org.au. There's an online order form there. Next one's out by the end of January.
And if you happen to own a spiritual shop, I'll be coming around so you can have a look at some of the books as well too. So just send me a message and let me know, because I'm going to start doing that on Wednesdays, and also promoting my book, The A to Z of Tea Leaf Reading,
Beautiful book.
which they published for me. We're going through some changes at the moment.
Yeah.
So yes, you can order those online. So I'll get the information put up the top of this page as well too. So what about this book here? We've got the sorry. They're used to me. I do this all the time. I go off and it's like I forget what I'm saying. It was a stroke. I blame the stroke all the time.
Yeah, I haven't got that problem. I do it. And it's digression number 362.
Okay, so we go down to this place and we've got some amazing, like I said, we've got some amazing photos. We walk around the place once and everything's all locked up. Do a second walk around and a door opens up for Shay. So they've welcomed us into the house. And there was one area where we felt it, like it was like the centre, what do you call it, like the portals.
Yeah.
There were a lot of portals and we could feel that around.
It was hot. It wasn't a cold spot. It was hot, hot spot. And you could actually feel the temperature change as you walked into it. Yeah.
The front tree had fairies. Oh, and the story is originally, like, I'll let you tell the story about the Aboriginals in a minute with that area, which, you know, is just absolutely fascinating. But we went into the lab, and what had happened is the ground around the lab was caving in. There was a sinkhole, and the land was literally swallowing up that area and reclaiming it.
Yeah, Mother Nature was directing it in a savage way.
Yeah, it was just incredible. If I can find the photos, I'll put some of the photos up on this feed, so you can go and have a look. But it was just incredible.
And we went, and the actual lab was detached from the house. It was an old shed, and there was definitely a presence in there. Like you could see, like in these photos, you can see a tool.
And that was nasty. That was nasty in there. But around the area wasn't
nasty to us. But but you could feel that it wasn't a nice energy in there.
Well, they drove the other people away. They didn't want them there.
Didn't drive us away though.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
didn't.
It
They
didn't.
opened the door for us.
Yeah, because it's different when you respect spirit without fear. Spirit's like, oh, thank goodness, somebody I can communicate to. And and I think they knew that we were there to help correct the situation too.
He had a painter go in there, and he only lasted one night, and he rang this guy up at like midnight and said, James, what's going on here, mate? There was growling in the house and all sorts of things that were happening in the house, and he just packed up and left. And the paint tints were still there.
Yeah.
Like all this work was just left unfinished. Yeah.
But but Spirit was very welcoming. So we did a little circle in there and just connected with the Spirit. Asked them did they need anything, and they basically said no. That they were just willing to go now. They were willing to go. We reassured because there was evidence there that had dogs that they had put a very Spartan run out the back. It was very hot and dry, and they had savaged them. And there was an old billabong up the back. Billabongs usually attract in that area a bit of a bunyip energy, and bunyips do not like cruelty to animals. So I think now that they were realising that things were going to be restored, and we just reassured them it was going to be better, they were willing to go. So it just was really peaceful when we left. It was just
So what's the story about the area there with the Aboriginals?
a little bit. Well, that used to be. I mean, on the Gold Coast, we've got the Mudjimbool down south. We've got the Kumameri in the centre of the Gold Coast. But in between the two, there used to be another mob, and their name is never mentioned anymore. And there was a massacre in Mudgeeraba of this mob. And the Mudjimbool and the Kumameri got together and they cursed the area of the massacre, which was in Mudgeeraba, on the eastern side of the highway. And they said that nothing would ever prosper there again because it was a cattle farm, and what the farmer had done, because the Indigenous every now and again would, because they don't need that much, but every now and again they would take one of his heifers and have a bit of a feast, when they were in town. And so he went and saw the elders and said, well, look, we'll have a barbecue. Come on, we've got to straighten this out and work something out. And he poisoned the carcass, killed the whole mob. Was never punished for it. It's quite well documented. You've only got to ask the local Indigenous. The elders know about it. I don't know about the youngies in the area. And the curse still remains. When the shark, what's his name, Greg Norman, was opening up his golf course right in the spot where the massacre occurred, we sent him messages saying you need to contact the other two tribes to pacify them. I think they thought that it was a request for money, so they didn't do anything about it. So Greg Norman has since, once his career started losing, his marriage failed, all that sort of stuff, he on-sold it, and I think the next owner actually made peace. There. But it's the disturbances in the land there. You go there and you feel something is not right. Kate's just got fielding another question.
Oh, Pandora, it's Wednesday nights and you need to be here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yep.
People start to turn up at 6 for 6:30.
And so it's not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. So,
Yeah. Bring a plate to share. Yeah, it's always a good thing to
have we
do.
got wheelchair access here?
It's a tiny place. It just depends. Depends how big your wheelchair is. If it's broad across, you might bump into a few things. But a lot of people I know that have wheelchairs have a little ramp to a doorstep that they can bring with them, which might make it easier to get in if she hasn't got somebody that can lift the wheelchair. Yeah.
I might see what I can do about picking you up, Pandora.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's not on the way, but sort of is. Just got to pull into Logan. Okay. All right. So how are we going for time? I don't know what the time is.
Just readings?
We'll do some readings. I just want to quickly go through some more books. The first one we're going to do is, now I spread this all over Facebook, okay, to let everyone know, and I put it into a group, and I forget which group it was, so...
Only one group?
No, there's probably about 50 groups that I've shared it to. And I hope you're all sharing too, because remember, you're going into the draw to win a reading, but you need to share. And anyway, so one of the groups that I shared it into, they do free readings on that page, and I think I'd sort of maybe upset someone, and the lady that owns the page. So we're going to do a reading for her first, okay? But let's...
So if I pretend to be upset with you, can I have a free reading too?
we can do that. We can do that.
No, don't pretend to be upset with us. We know. We're going to do our best to do as many readings.
We'll try and get through as many as we can. How are we going for time, Karen?
It's 3 minutes past 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've still got about half an hour or
Yeah.
so.
Plenty of
Yeah.
time.
And look, we have so many funny stories about people who want readings, and and all they have to do is just ask. If you do want to read, no, you we don't need songs and dances. You can just ask.
We've got a whole list here.
And we're
we'll
going to
try
take
and get
care of as many as you possible.
So we're going to do like one card. Shay actually has her own cards too.
The Talking Tarot.
There you go, the Talking Tarot.
Yeah, now they're currently out of print. People are constantly asking us to redo them. I have every intention of doing it, but I do a lot of stuff for other people. And I
Just put an order in, and then she's got no choice but to do it.
Thanks, Kate.
I know. I'm a great friend, aren't I? Okay, so what's this one here? We've got the Cancer answer.
Okay, so I have to preface this by saying I am not a medical expert and I'm giving no medical advice. Alright, but the Cancer answer is the story of my father. You might see a picture of the two of us on the back there. He brought a substance, which was a vitamin, into Australia called B17. He was the first one.
B17.
Yeah, he was the first one, and it's called Laetrile or amygdalin. And after a few years, it was banned. But B17 was tested in the 1950s and showed really good results with a lot of different cancers. And it was in the days where people weren't, just claiming every vitamin and everything. It certainly wasn't a multi-level marketing. And the research was done in America. Anyway, so this tells the story of that. It tells the story of my father bringing it into Australia. How this has actually been tested in Australia again in 2003 and 2006 and found to be very valuable. But we're not being told about it. So we put the therapeutic goods approval in there. We actually put reprints of them in there. We tell you how to apply because it has been a controlled substance. You actually do have to go to your doctor for the treatment. But, it is a valid alternative, and, I can't say what I believe. I'm not allowed to say that I believe people should be doing this before they do chemotherapy because I get into trouble if I say that. So I can only, let people talk to their doctor and, see what happens, what could be good for them in their individual case. But they need to know it's available, and they need to know that it is an alternative, and they need to discuss these alternatives. The doctors, many of them know about this. Like the thing about doctors, most doctors are ethical and very, very concerned about their patients, but they are not allowed to mention this treatment unless you ask about it, right? So it's one of those sort of binds that they're in. And if you've got a good doctor, once you mention it, he'll go, I'm glad you asked. I hear back from doctors all the time. Many doctors have bought this book off me to leave it in their waiting room so that people will ask them about it.
So we can get this book online?
Yes, you can.
Is there anywhere else you can get it?
A lot of places do have it. Happy High Herbs has it around Australia, I believe. But the idea behind it's just $10, and every penny from that just goes into reprinting more. There are people who buy copies just to give it to people so they become aware that this is available in Australia, right? That it's legal in so many other countries now. I mean, you can go to Germany, and there's a hospital in Mexico called the Contreras Hospital, and they just do this laetrile therapy, or amygdalin. They changed the name of it, but it's still the same thing. And they successfully treat 100,000 people a year with this.
Wow.
So you need to know you can go to your doctor in Australia and have that same therapy. Legally, it's approved, it's been tested, it's been shown by our own medical testing to work. It's just the biggest kept secret in Australia.
Let me know if you want the book. I'll order some and get them sent to you, okay? So $10 each, and then it would just be the postage, which wouldn't be very much. Cost a bit more if it's going out of Australia, though.
Yeah.
But a book that size, A5, the postage, you're probably only looking about $4.
Yeah. Now, in the States, actually, because it's distributed through Ingram Spark as well, like your book, Kate, they can actually go into a book, any good bookstore, and they can order them, just like they can order your
there you
book.
go.
So if you can't get Kate's book as well, just go into any bookstore, especially the specialty bookstores around you, and order it through Ingram Spark, and they'll actually get it, and then you don't pay postage. But they can order it online, but you've got your postage fees. So you don't have to order it from me. You can order it online. You can order it in your bookstore, or you can try and find it in a lot of the alternative places around, like Happy High Herbs. Oh, where they like Happy Healthy Herbs, they call them.
I'll try and get some into the shop as well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we've got here.
I'm happy to do some readings.
Okay, so I want to say hello to some people too. So we've got Raywin, Pandora, hello, Leston, Trizzy's usually here. She's one of our regulars. Kim, Nettie, Shazza, hi Shazza. Your hip's not good. Sorry to hear about that. We'll send some healing for you. Terry, Leisha, Rachel, Natalie, Kim, and whoever else is there. Oh, hi Barbara, hi Donna, how are you all? Yes, send us the hearts. We love the hearts, and just thumbs up that you can hear us. Now, let's do one. Her name's Lillian. Okay, so Lillian is going to be our first one that we're going to read for.
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to do one and then I'll do one, or do you want to do
Okay,
we'll both
so
do one?
Lillian, I'll do one for Lillian. And I'm going to use Eleanor's cards. These are My First Tarot by Eleanor Hammond. And this card's sticking up. So Lillian, you have got the Chariot. So I noticed Lillian was from another country. I think she might have been from Canada. So Lillian, you have got the Chariot. Number one, Chariot is about victory. So this is some type of victory that's happening for you, success. It might even be trips. So if you're going to be doing some travelling, this could be a short trip. Sometimes I'll see this card come out when there's a new car coming in, or maybe you've just got a new car. But this is about taking an inner healing journey too. Now the way these cards are done, we've got 8 messages on each card, and then you would usually deal out 8 cards. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the one on the second one down on the right, and this is what is happening right now for you. So it's saying that you're expanding a lot of energy, which is fine, as you seem to have an unlimited supply. Journey, and this is about inner and outer. It's about learning more about yourself. It could be that you are doing some travel. So that is for Lillian. And who else have we got next? Raywin. Okay, Raywin, are you still there? We'll get Shay to draw one of her cards, which she's going to print soon.
Yeah. See, I want to update the little book that goes with it, because like Eleanor's cards, my cards have got the things that we call them the talking tarot, because you've got the meanings there. You don't always have to refer back to the little white books.
I love that because they're great cards when you're learning. But not only that, like each card has got the meaning on there, so it's still really good when you're doing a reading. Like you saw, I still use these every day. I just absolutely love them.
They're beautiful cards. Yeah. All right. So who am I reading for tonight?
So Raywin.
Raywin. I think we've met before, Raywin.
Yep, she's there.
Hey, Raywin, how are you? All right. So what I pulled out is the Queen of Swords. We've got Joan of Arc on the Queen of Swords card. Queen of Swords is about timing, right? It is very much about it being the right time for you to do things that you've been waiting to do. So don't hesitate anymore. The timing is good. Now, that's the first message. The second thing is that it's a maternal protective card. So it's also a protective energy around you. So if you've been worried about hanging back, waiting for things to happen, just know that spirit's around you, you are protected, and it is time to move forward. So don't procrastinate. New year, go for it, Raywin, okay?
Oh, now, just quickly too, I did Shay's tarot course many years ago, and she has... Talk about your court cards and who's on your court cards.
Oh yeah, well the court cards, like if you get an ordinary deck of cards, you know, you've got your King of Clubs, your King of... In those days, they were, well, it's the 1400s, you know, when they came out, and they were kings and queens of Europe that people knew and they could relate to them. Like the Jack of Spades was, you know, in Robin Hood, we've got the sheriff, not the sheriff, the Black Prince John. That was the Ace of Spades, and everybody knew it, right? So immediately they had the feel of what the implication of that card was, because they knew the personality of the person. So what I've done with my court cards is I've put on the pages, I've put people in current history that people will recognise.
So who's the Queen of Hearts?
Marilyn Monroe. Oh no,
It's Di.
Yes, sorry.
How's that?
Sorry, the Queen. No, Di is the page. She's a page.
She's a page, is she?
Yeah. So the Queen of Cups or Hearts is Marilyn Monroe, of course.
And I meant Princess Di.
Yeah. So, but the idea is if you go back a little bit further in history with each, so the pages, then we've got the knights a little bit further back in history. So again, with cups, the cup of the page of the Knight of Cups is what's his name? Gandhi. Then we've got Marilyn Monroe, who's the only person that could be the Queen of Hearts because everybody in the whole world loved her. Even when she didn't think she was loved, which a lot of women do still suffer from these days, not realising how much they're loved. And the King of Hearts, we go back, or the King of Cups, is the great poet who journeyed into the underworld, and his name eludes me, but if you think of that Greek songwriter, poet who journeyed into the underworld to try and get his wife back and wrote beautiful songs that charmed Hades, so we made him the king. We've got
Yes, I can't remember
yeah, but that's
to
who.
see if anyone's put it up there.
So the archetypes are there. That when we've tried to put archetypes on there that people understand, can relate to, they get the personality of the card, because they're not, court cards are not just about people in your life, they're also about you. Tarot is a bit like a dream. Everything in the dream is you, everything in the tarot is you, and is a message for you as well. So you just have to have a look at that archetype and see what's going on in you as well. Yes, so that's about your personal domain. So we've got so the difference.
I love this.
So the difference between these two, right? So we've got the page there. We've got Margaret Thatcher. So as soon as you see Margaret Thatcher come up, you get a little bit worried. Why? Because she got whatever
She's strong.
Yeah, she was strong, but she was a bit manipulative. So that relates to manipulative people around you, right? Whereas this one, right? Queen Victoria, the woman in recent times who's had the largest domain on the planet, speaks about your own personal environment and you being comfortable in that. Right? Because even though she ruled the world, she used to run away to one special place that was her sanctuary. Right? So, yeah. There's
Marilyn.
Yeah, it was the only royalty-free image I could find of Marilyn.
Bill Gates.
Yes, that talks about you setting new long-term goals for yourself, because he's very good at that. So you get the idea that, you know, you see these people, you get the idea of their personality and how it relates to you and how it relates to the people around you. It's inside of you and outside of you as well.
Okay, next reading. I'll get you to do this one because I've done a few for her. The beautiful Pandora.
I have a funny feeling I'm going to meet Pandora very soon. Right, so the Hangman. Right, we just pulled that out.
I
So-
think that's what she got last week.
Oh, really?
Or the Hermit.
What is the universe? What is the karmic significance of this? So the Hangman says that at the moment there's no forward motion for you. You're in a period where things are feeling suspended. Right? It's time for you to start moving forward. This period of suspension is going to end. Right? As it says on the front of the card. Right? Self-sacrifice makes you greater, but it also immobilizes you. And so, you know, for Pandora, that's perfect. So what we need to do is see you moving forward out of this now. And I think that if she's got this before, we're definitely talking about her having plans, having hopes, having goals, things that will start to move her forward beyond her even being in that wheelchair.
Actually, with your health issues, it might be a good thing that you come and talk to Shay.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
She knows so much, like, just incredible what she knows and what she can suggest to do to help you. Okay?
Yeah, I've been doing health for people. My father, who had the health food company, was always busy, and he used to think it was funny if people came to the house with a health issue that he'd go, I'll just speak to my 12-year-old daughter about that. And I'd be able to, because he would give me all the information to read and I would absorb it and be able to tell people what they needed. But not just pills that he had in his repertoire, but you know, if they came with a sore throat, we get them to gargle salty water and stuff like that. So simple, easy things. Your health should not cost you a fortune, and we should be able to prevent and stay healthy and joyful, right? For next to no money. This is why I get a little bit upset with multi-level marketing people. They go, oh, the only way you're going to stay healthy is if you sign up, you know, and spend this enormous amount of money for the rest of your life on this supplement. Right?
And the thing is, they're not doctors. They don't know what it is that they are prescribing you. They know nothing about it.
Yeah, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, and I will tell you the research. So if I share what I have found with you, like I had a lady come to me last week and she said her naturopath had recommended that she get snake root for a fungal infection. And so I went through the research online about snake root, right? With this even slightest overdose, you can start to get Parkinson's-like symptoms, right? And so I said, I don't think that this is a good thing for you to do. So you can get some really bad advice from even people who are professional. But the thing is, you are responsible. I can discuss things with you, but in the end, you must do your own research on your own health if it's important for you, and find out all of the alternatives. Yeah. If your doctor has something, have another chat to a different doctor, 3 or 4 opinions, and find out, and do your own research, and find out and discuss what you find out with those people as well. Because it's your health, it's nobody else's health. Yeah, and the responsibility is yours. Even though the government's trying to take the responsibility for our health away from us, you know, it's your health and you're responsible for it. Yeah.
Good advice. Okay, Listine Crow, if you are still there, the card I have pulled for you is the Page of Pentacles. So this is about planning ahead. It's about getting ready for the future and putting money away for the future, learning new things. And I'm just going to read, let's see what the advice is from your guides with this. It's okay to start dreaming of a better life. Dream big, but move forward steadily. Don't behave rashly. So think about what it is that you're going to do first, and then start actioning it. Okay? What else can I give you? And this is a time where whatever you do, you just seem to be on the right path, and you're going in the direction that you're meant to be, and abundance is coming to you.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
So who am I reading?
Trizzy.
Okay, now I have a dramatic card for you. Don't panic, right? I'll tell you before I show you the card, it actually means like a whole new life for you, across the board with things. So what we have is the Death card. So
I love the Death card.
Yeah, it's good, but without a doubt, if people don't know about it, they just go, oh my God, and then they don't hear what you're saying. So I always try and tell them first. It means a whole new life. So things are like you're moving into a new cycle, a new phase, and good. So you're breaking that pattern, breaking those things, and a great time at the start of the new year for new beginnings.
Okay, so Donna sees the number 333 all the time. So 33 is the master number. 33 is the number of Jesus too, I think.
Yeah, well, also you've got to listen. Like if you're seeing it all the time, the universe is going, ding, ding, I've got a message for you.
It's about communication. It's about creativity.
It's a great business number. So who is it that's doing this? Donna. Donna, so are you trying to do something new with regard to business? Are you worried that something, if you're applying for a new job or something like that, are you worried that it will be successful? Because if we have a question, the universe answers us with these repeated visions. Right? So it's sort of saying, yes, you'll succeed. Yes, you'll be successful. Yes, you'll... And 3s are also about working well with other people. So that's good.
Shazza wants to know about fibromyalgia. I had fibromyalgia back in, say, around 2010. So when I had the Crohn's and I had the perforated bowel, heart attack, stroke, blah, 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 I also suffered from fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. A lot of mine actually had to do with the medication that I was on, and it was feeding it. And meditation. So I used meditation to actually. Meditation is the best medication. That's where you start. But what are your? Do you know anything about fibromyalgia?
Yeah.
You should.
Okay. I mean, first of all, it's painful,
And I don't have it anymore too, by the way.
So you have my deepest sympathies about the pain that you're in, because people with fibromyalgia, they suffer horrendous pain. And if you go to a doctor, they'll just go, oh, it's neuritis. And if you look up neuritis in the dictionary, it means nerve pain. And you come away from the doctor going, yeah, I knew that. I already knew I was in pain. What they are finding out about fibromyalgia is it's not just the nerves that run from your spine. We also have a thing under our skin that keeps our muscles together instead of our muscle just being a blob. It's a skin that surrounds it, and they've just discovered
Is that the fascius?
It's the fascia, right? And the
Learn something
fibromyalgia,
new all the time.
she's very clever, right? So the fascia actually gives things in our body shape, but it is nerve cells, right? And they're just discovering, and this is why plants actually have more fascia than what we do. So plants actually do feel more pain than what humans are. They're incredibly sensitive beings. Right, so and
That was interesting, that talk we were talking about the vegans the other day.
yeah.
Sorry.
So, but you pull a plant apart and you've got these white stringy fibres. I think that's all fascia. If you took a muscle out of your body, it's coated in this white stringy fibre, which
So
is
that is your nerve system.
it's part of your nerve system, and science has just rediscovered, or out way back they knew it. But they've just, like in the last couple of years, this is a new organ in your body. So when medical science thinks that they know everything and they're discovering new organs, they're just, the fascia, the interstitium was one that they discovered a year before that, which led to the rediscovery of the fascia.
And this is the one that also, when it breaks down, you've got like the cellulite. You see the cellulite.
That's right.
Because it's that wrapping that's around the muscle that's breaking away that's causing those lumpy
things
bits.
that poke through. And it's painful.
That's
right?
that'd be like a hernia. Where
It is.
yeah.
It's a little hernia. So what we've got to do is repair the nerve damage, right? Because it is breaking down with fibromyalgia, with the actual nerves that deliver the electrical signals. You've got, if that's like an expanded part of your nerve, all a nerve is, it's got three parts. It's got a thing on the outside called the myelin sheath, which is like your fingernail. Alright, same sort of stuff as your fingernail. And then inside it has cholesterol, and it has minerals that go through it that go to the end and give the spark, which makes the muscle contract over here. So there's only three parts we've got to maintain. So don't go on low cholesterol diets. It's a good idea to really discuss whether or not you should be on cholesterol medication with your doctor if you have fibromyalgia, because the two really are a contraindication of each other. So, so healthy cholesterol, butter. Everybody's talking about butter these days. It's the healthiest cholesterol you can have. And the myelin sheath, right, the only way, and I'm sorry again to our vegan friends, the only way to repair your myelin sheath is to have gelatin. And gelatin is not a vegan product. It is actually the use of all of what everybody would call the waste products. So it's basically the cartilage of the animal, which is dried out and broken down. But you can't repair this cartilage type stuff in your body if you don't have it. People want to know why my hair grows so much and isn't grey, why my fingernails are long and don't break. I have gelatin in my tea, 2 or 3 times a day. It will also, so if you've got this, it also works for people with multiple, is it MS? Yeah, multiple sclerosis. Because you get a hole in the myelin sheath, and those minerals will come out the side here, stimulate other muscles, and you get pain. So you want to heal that. And the third thing is keep your minerals up, because you want to make sure that those minerals are giving the right signals and not mucking up those signals. So this is what you do to support yourself. And this is not a diagnosis. This is just how to keep your nerves as healthy as possible, which I have found with people and clients of mine who are suffering tend to have a really good result in supporting the health of their nerves, which then greatly relieves their fibromyalgia.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to read more of Pandora's message. I think she says she's got Sherman's disease. She's lived 4 years longer than what she should have.
Yeah. She takes olive leaf extract, capsicum, celery juice. Yeah, it says Seymour. Oh, Seymour.
No, it doesn't want to work.
Yeah, no, it's not working for some reason. Sorry. All right, Pandora.
Sorry
but,
about that.
Yeah, we're trying to see more of what you're doing, my darling. So I'm not.
It's only given us like 2 lines of
Yeah.
what you've written. We can't
So,
see anymore. We can't
happy
bring it
to-
up.
And look, it's probably a good discussion for us to have in private, because I'm not sure what Sherman's disease is. I'll go and research it now and find out. I won't do it right now, but I'll research it after this and find out exactly what it is, and then we can have a discussion on how you can support your body in its own health. Because whether you do it through spiritual healing or herbal healing, the body does heal if it has what it needs. When we do spiritual healing for somebody, we're giving them, I'm thinking my hands are getting hot just going here. We're just giving them a boost of energy so that their own body can heal themselves.
More energy. Come on.
But it's just a kickstart, right? So that we help that person, but their body has to do it themselves. So you need energy, you need the building blocks, and you need to keep looking forward, because the thing that keeps people alive the longest is having hope for the future, having a purpose to work towards. So
Don't give up.
yeah, so people, perfectly healthy people like Aboriginals will, Indigenous people will sing themselves to death. They can be perfectly healthy, but they've had that purpose for living taken away from them, and they'll just lay down and die. Right? It's above the pyramid of the hierarchy of needs, is that purpose to live. Food, clothing, shelters, great, but you need a purpose to live. So, so we can certainly discuss what would support that and support your body in getting well. Quite often when there's chronic long-term illnesses, it's the simplest little thing and really cheap that's been overlooked that's allowed this to become chronic. And with chronic things, it will take time to repair.
It's taken years and years to cause the damage.
Yeah. And
So it's not going to
Yeah.
repair overnight.
Yeah, that's right. Miraculous, spontaneous healings do occur if it's something that's happened recently, right? But if it's something you've had long term, then we have to put long-term effort into fixing it. Because your body needs time to get the brickies back on the job, to put all the bricks back in so that you're fixed. Yeah.
And I found living a stress-free life actually helps a lot with the healing as well. Get rid of those stresses, those dramas, okay? Has 3 bulbs in her disc, in her back.
I think it's bulging. I think it might
Bulging disc?
bulging disc maybe.
Oh, it can't help with that, I don't think.
Yeah, well, we read from Raven a minute ago.
Yeah. I
it
can't
was-
remember what we said for Raywin.
I think it was about protection and time is right for them to move forward. For your bulging discs, Rowan, go to your doctor and ask for a thing called prolotherapy. Prolotherapy is where they inject a saline solution into the ligament that supports the disc either side. It is like my husband has had a broken back. He had 6 of these treatments about 16 years ago, and his back has been fine ever since. Chiropractors are terrified of this
Wow.
treatment because it really, really works very, very well. But you do need a medical doctor to do it because they have to inject precisely into the ligament. And if that works, my darling, you certainly are going to be moving forward. Yeah.
There you go.
It works, it really, really works. It's a
Another
great
thing that,
treatment.
like, my physio has said, you know, if all of his patients went to the pool and exercised in the pool, he wouldn't have any work.
Yeah, because it puts you in that suspended weightlessness and you can move so much better.
Okay, let's go and do another reading. Did we do... Who have we done one for? Have we done one for Kim?
Did we just do Listine,
And Trizzy?
Jizzy?
So now one for Kim.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. What have we got for Kim? Okay. The Empress.
Ta-da!
So Kim, the Empress is all about looking after yourself and the people around you. The Empress can be a pregnancy.
That's right, it's a major fertility card, so if you don't want one,
Yes.
get on those contraceptives right now.
Oh, now I want to say, I did a reading the other day,
Yeah.
and in the cup it showed this man with a baby sitting on his lap. Anyway, he had had a vasectomy, and I said to this lady, she was having an affair with him, and I asked her if she was taking precautions, and she said, oh no. And I said, well, you want to be careful. I said, because they don't always work, and here's this baby showing up, okay, so you need to take precautions. And she said she actually knew a guy that had had a vasectomy done, and years later he became a father.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if they cut the tubes and don't tie them and cauterize them, the little swimmers can still swim the gap.
Okay, so that is about something new. It is about, it can be a birth of a baby, it can be the birth of a business. So you need to nurture a new business just like you would when you are bringing up a baby too. It could be that you need to take better care of yourself. So let's see, we're going to read the bottom right one, bottom right, which is what's coming up in the future. And this says, you're heading towards, like falling into the mother energy. It can be literally falling pregnant or caring for the extended family. It's about providing the food and the shelter as well. So this is watching over other people, okay?
It can be creativity as well. Yeah.
What else have we got here?
So she's doing any creative endeavours, it's a good idea. It's a good time as well. Yeah.
It's about strength and love. So that is for Kim. Now we've got Nettie. Your turn.
Nettie.
How are we going for time?
It's 10:35.
Alright.
Oh, we're gone over.
Oh, have we?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, well we can whip through these. We'll just do really brief reads.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
now tomorrow, just quickly, tomorrow, Robert Reeves is doing a talk on palmistry. The 1st of February, I have got a tea leaf reading workshop at the Rendezvous Spiritual Tea House. I've changed the name of it. I've got to get used to it. Have you got anything coming up?
Oh look, I just want to say, ladies, if you get along to Rob's workshop, Rob is just the most lovely, lovable, gorgeous guy.
He is.
Yeah, so-
And he's also just
say
booked
single.
in. Oh yes, he's single. He's looking for someone too.
Yeah, so get along.
And there's a new stall that's opened up at Sandgate called Threefold, and he is also running a workshop there in March. So anyway, sorry, back to Nettie, I think it was.
Okay, Nettie. So
Sorry, Nettie.
I accidentally pulled out 2 cards. One was about you being in a situation where you're feeling stuck and you have to free yourself up. And the second one is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is about your heart being filled up. So if you get yourself out of that situation where you're stuck, you are certainly going to be much, much happier.
And that's showing like the love and the support around you too.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
we're
love
gonna
the
do
10 of Cups. Okay, Shazza.
Yeah.
Shazza. Okay. You've got the 10 of Cups too.
Oh,
How
lots of-
funny is that?
Lots of love happening.
Yeah, lots of love and support and feeling really good, and it's about you giving love and support to other people as well. It can be about working within a community and helping people. Are you in a long distance relationship? So it's saying like long distance relationships can work too. This is about long-term support that is available to you.
Okay, so Terry?
Terry?
Yeah. Terry, I pulled out the 10 of coins for you. So 10 of coins is about financial security. So if you've been a bit worried or working really hard towards getting your finances better, you're on the right track, my love. It's happening for you. Good.
Okay, I have got the Page of Swords for Leisha.
Letitia? Is it Leisha or Letitia?
Leisha. Okay, so the Page of Swords is about communicating knowledge. It is things that are hidden, working with that. So it could be hidden knowledge that you've got and that's starting to come out. It might be about affairs. Oh, I had a really interesting reading I did the other day. I was doing a tea leaf reading, and the guy's head was the shape of an upside down triangle, and it had a mask on. And I said to the lady, I said, who's having the affair? I said, someone's having an affair around you. And it turned out, I said, oh, hang on, it's you, isn't it? And it was.
I tell you, no telling tales out of school. But the funniest reading
Just don't
story I had
mention
like
names.
that was I had a husband and wife at the Mind, Body, Spirit wanted a quick reading each. And they looked at each other and I said, you can have it together if you've got no secrets. And they both looked at each other and went, oh no, we'll go separate.
I wonder why.
And then it came up, the affair showed in the cards for her. And I said, oh, okay, no judgment, this is what's happening. And then I did it, and this affair card came up, and they were both having affairs with the That's why they didn't want readings together. So, so they got to keep their secrets, but nobody ever gets judged by me. It was just very ironic.
We don't know the circumstances,
No.
and yeah. Okay. And I mean, this lady, she hadn't had anything from her husband for 2 years, so I'll be going off and looking for something too, maybe.
So who am I reading?
Okay, so Rachel.
Well, funny, this is not about an affair, but the Two of Cups is the best love card in the deck. So there's certainly lots of love, romance. This is the romance card, so it's something very, very lovely.
Out to dinner,
Around
celebrating love.
Yeah, and if
Oh,
that's what
it's
you've been
beautiful.
needing, it's about to happen for you.
Natalie.
Ooh, one more each. Okay.
Okay, Natalie, I have got the Page of Cups for you. So, feeling a little bit excited about something that's coming up. This could be the birth of a child around you as well. Not necessarily you, but someone else around you. Fresh starts. Now, I'm going to read this one here, which is the third one down on the right. Now, this is what's happening around you, so it's not necessarily about you, but it still affects you. So young people are entering your life, perhaps even the birth of a child. It may be that life is becoming fresh and alive again, and be happy. Now, we can choose to be happy or we can choose to be sad, okay? And don't blame anything else that's happening around you. It is you. The way, I constantly say this. Put it out there what you want. You want to be happy. That's, you choose to be happy, okay? And if you're in negative situations and there's dramas around you, walk away from it, okay? Don't get caught up in somebody else's dramas.
Right, so very last one, our last reading is
Kim McCarthy.
Kim McCarthy. We've got the Two of Coins. So we've had tens and twos a lot in this. So the Two of Coins means that life at the moment is a little bit of a juggling act for you. There's some things around at the moment trying to keep all your balls in the air. And when that card comes up, I always feel compelled to pull out another card. Yeah, so beyond that juggling act, what you're going to get is a sense of celebration, rest, things going well for you. That card comes up a lot during Christmas. We're beyond the Christmas break now, so this is definitely a sense of celebration and things going well. So just keep all those balls in the air because it's going to work out well for you, and in the end you'll go, yes.
Awesome. Let's meet. I was just going to say to Shay, I've got to let this one out. Come over here. Come and meet.
Move this so it's not
Nigel, come over here and say hello to everyone.
Yeah. He's like all over us like a rash until you tell him to do something. And then come on, Matt.
Nigel, come here. Okay, so the winner for the half-hour reading with me is Beverly French. Beverly French, get onto me. My page is Kate G. Denny, and this is Nigel here. So congratulations, Beverly French. You have won the reading, and we will organise a time for you to have that. So thank you very much for everyone that was sharing and commenting. And I wanted to say thank you very much to the lovely Shay. Hello.
Oh, he's just
Say. Oh, you're going to talk to everyone. Say hello.
He's a big hog. He's a big attention.
Yep, come here.
Oh, he'll come back.
So, I'd like to say thank you to the lovely Shay for having me down here
It's a pleasure.
and doing some readings.
Yeah.
And he's looking at us. He's coming from the back of the what do you call this? The tablet.
He will watch other magpies on the iPad and go, what are they doing? Get away from my humans. It's really bad.
So he fell out of the nest, did he?
He did, yeah. Fell out of his tree, and now he's here with us. We've released him back into the wild, but he won't go away. He just wants to hang here. So, yeah, I think
He's like a little dog actually, because before he's got, where is it? He's got his crystal ball that he throws around,
yeah.
and he was playing tug of war with me before with a leaf of his. Look at this, see if he wants. Oh no, you can't eat the paper.
Yeah.
Come and say hello to Katie over here. There we go. Look at this.
Yeah.
But he's just so happy to sort of be around you, and
He does rule the house. He bosses the cat around, pulls the cat's tail if the cat doesn't do what it's told. Over here, he gets in the dog's water bowl and has a bird bath, and if the dog comes over and tries to drink the water, he'll peck the dog on the nose.
see, look at this.
Yeah.
He just loves playing with the leaf, like he plays tug of war with the leaf.
And just as well you haven't got your handbag open, because he will pull everything out of your handbag systematically.
Oh, he put his leaf in there before.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's packing it for you to take with you, giving you a present.
You coming over here?
Yeah.
Come and say hello to everyone. And look, he just sucks on your finger.
Yeah. That's his
I
way.
didn't realise like how long his tongue actually was.
Yeah.
Like his tongue is nearly as long as his
You know
beak.
what's going on? He can see himself on the camera, and then he's going around behind the camera to see where the other magpie is. Get away from my humans. He's pretty, like, very protective. It's a bossy old
She's
boots.
beautiful. Okay, so I think that's about it. We've gone over time. Can we do a quick reading for Tina? Okay.
Hey, how about, what, Nigel? Do you want to pick a card? Come here, pick a card for me. Pick a card for Tina. Oh, he's still going to try and chase away that other magpie. So I'll pick one and you pick one. Is that
Okay. Oh, I'm going to use.
You
I'll
will
use yours too. I'm
Okay.
going to take the top one.
Okay.
Okay, so I have got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so that's the Gandhi one. So the Knight of Cups. This is about taking care of everybody else, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah.
The idealist. Either them or somebody around them is being idealistic.
Are you too busy taking care of everybody else and not yourself? Okay. That's what I'm picking up from this one. Maybe you need to spend some time taking care of you.
Yeah, and I agree with you because the card I pulled out, pardon me, Seven of Wands, I just have a little mouthful of something.
I almost feel like you're isolated in a way too.
Yeah. The Seven of Wands says that there are challenges around you, but nothing that you can't easily handle. But yes, it's time to let somebody take care of you rather than you take care of everybody else. You can look after things, yeah, there's no doubt that you can do things really, really well. But let yourself be looked after, let yourself be loved. Sometimes it's better to be loved than to love. It's nice for a change.
And sometimes it's really hard for us to accept that help ourselves. You know, we get so busy looking after everybody else, and I used to have a lot of trouble asking for help from people. Is he going to nibble on my earrings? He's trying to find my teacup.
No, he likes to groom. He likes to groom.
Hello.
That means he likes you. You won't have any nets left. He'll get all your nets.
Oh, look at him checking himself out again.
Where's that other magpie? Where's that other? I can see they're there, but it's not over there behind me.
And look, if you've got, I was just thinking about one of Shay's other books. Send us some photos if you've got photos with orbs or spirits in them. Shay's actually produced a book that's got some amazing photos in there. Anyway, we are going to have to finish up because who's on after us? We went and visited him last week. Adrian Hanks is on after us. So we dropped down to visit him down at Coolangatta last week, and we had a lovely day. And I didn't open up the tea room, but we are going back to the tea room now. So if you would like to come and visit us there and have a cup of tea and a tea leaf reading, Karen and I are going to be in there from about 11 o'clock, 11:30 today.
It's so lovely. It's so lovely.
Hello.
And it's a really nice venue too. If you've got a function coming up, if you want to have a workshop or something, you can hire the venue from Kate as well. So it's just pop into Kate and just have a chat with her. She's so lovely. You always feel good.
I'm
after
actually
the chat.
looking for some more readers. So if you are a professional reader and you have got your own clientele but you don't have a space of your own, give me a call.
Yeah.
Okay, my phone number's up the top.
And I'm happy to come up if you want to have me up there as a little,
Oh, yes.
little special guest every now and again.
Oh,
when I'm
there you
from
go.
the coast.
Shay's coming up to the shop. I'll let you know the date.
All right, now.
Okay, love you all. Take care. I'll be back at the same time next week and I'll do a live tomorrow night from my page, The Spiritual Realm with Kate Denning. Thanks for being with us.
Bye, guys.